Hello world, and welcome back to Bazgoth, the Crimson Blade. We are actually on episode 40, and continuing on the path past the pits of the hells. And we're going to go back to where we left off last, which was in the last session. There was a bit of a discussion with Bordak as if he was still fit to lead, and Volsa, of course, was pushing that very hard, as she was rather angered, interestingly enough, that they lost elves. And let's move back to this map over here. There we go. Of course, with that, Grumthar suggested that everybody take a breather and wait till the next day to see what maybe Gonash would maybe contact or try to give some sort of alleviation toward the current conflict that was happening within the group. Volsa begrudgingly also agreed to that. And at that point, also Grumthar was a little, how do we say, I guess, disgruntled, or at least frustrated, because he had saved one of the elves, being Thea, but the information returning that the elves were lost in this battle against some female wizard. But nonetheless, the party continued forward as Volsa created some boots for Grumthar, so he could have something at least from all his gear being destroyed in the lava he had fallen into, and continue on through the rest of the night, every now and then having some conversations, which Volsa seemed to be very stuck on the idea that she was not weak for some reason, and anytime elves were mentioned, she would go into some sort of tirade, once again, mentioning things about not being weak and just talking about elves. And eventually she had moved forward, scouting, and almost getting, well, her insides destroyed. It was eviscerated by some pit fiend that appeared, as Cub and Narzak also went to go look for her, but she had ran past and went for the wagon to warn everybody. And Cub and Narzak also returned upon seeing this pit fiend. But with the entirety of the group working together, they were able to actually put down this pit fiend, even as tired and exhausted as they were from the battle before. And with that, I think, what else am I missing here? Aside from that, there was conversations had again, with Volsa going into another tirade of elves and talking about, there was some sort of vulnerability that Cub was able to pick up on, at least. And Grumthar eventually found Tarnik sitting by himself and had another conversation, which Tarnik also figured that perhaps Gonash is being somehow swayed or tricked by elves, possibly. At least that was the general idea. And he was following Lysara instead, because he had not heard anything from Gonash. And at that point, Grumthar decided to rest. And that's where we're going to start. I might have missed some details, but going over the general idea to catch everybody up. We're going to begin as everybody is sleeping. And it's still night. Well, actually, Yosk went to bed just as the sun was going up, wasn't it?
Right.
All right. So the heat is... You're taking some shelter within the shade. And who's ever in the wagon. And anybody else that is currently resting. Finding the best cool areas that can be found. I'm going to go ahead and put Bordak around here. That way. Morning time coming through, so Grumthar and Tarnika probably have some shade still hidden them from the cliffside. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with Tarnik, as you are sleeping. And above table, before we begin, I'm taking everything as... I'm doing some creation and adding to the backstory, at least from every piece of the puzzle that I know from him. I don't think you had a clan name, correct?
What was that?
Tarnak?
For Waz.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're talking or not, but you are muted.
Yeah, I'm going to cough a lot, so I'll put myself on mute quite a lot.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah, no, Tarnik abandoned his clan name when they were wiped out.
Okay.
He feels that he doesn't have a clan anymore until he joined Bazgoth.
Okay. So as far as the name is still open out there to what it actually was, then. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then we shall begin with Mr. Tarnik, as you are sleeping and drifting off into the darkness of the dream world. It seems that, indeed, well, maybe you don't dream as much, but this time, they start to feel a little bit more vibrant in a sense. They have that unnatural, vivid reality kind of bending in ways that feel fundamentally wrong to you. You're not quite sure what is happening. And then you hear a voice as this darkness that's around in different colors, prismatic colors, just turning the land around you. You know there was daylight, but suddenly it becomes dark now. Cliffs just looking like rubber, almost sometimes melting. And eventually, you will wind up in a place that's at nighttime, possibly filled with various trees, sometimes webs, sometimes they're curled, but they're always in motion. It's not necessarily standing in a static idea here. It's like not a static picture. You see constant wavering. Rocks almost kind of take shape in different patterns. And the trees almost seem to kind of curl toward you as you appear. But you do see a female. She is orc, that you can tell, but the features are a bit different. She's actually larger than that, but there we go. But she stands rather tall. She's not a giant, you know that for sure. You can't see the orc qualities. And then she looks down at you, and you don't feel as if you can even speak. You seem just to be looking, kind of watching, without any ability to feel the rest of your body. It seems like you're just floating, in a sense. As if your physical skin is gone, your muscles are gone. You're there in spirit. It says, Tonic of the Ironbone clan, forgive the intrusion. I have been watching you, and I can no longer stay silent. And you can tell that she's breathtakingly beautiful, and pale green skin, and it does bear some silver undertones, and her hair is that midnight black hair, and it moves if it is alive, and you see starlight woven through the strands as well. And currently, you see her eyes are a bright green. It says, I am Vilera, daughter of Gonash, mistress of illusions. You may know me as one of the Sisters of Despair. And then she gestures gently, but I do not come to bring you despair tonight. I come to offer you something more valuable, something my father would never think to give you. A choice. And then she seems to sit. Well, she does sit, but she's just taken a non-threatening posture as you are just locked onto her. Your vision just can't move from her. Tomorrow, my father sends Orkantithma. He is the champion of Gonash. He will test your combat prowess. He will test your discipline. My father wishes to forge you into a controlled weapon. My father is not cruel. He does this because he sees potential in you. He wants you strong. He wants you useful. In his way, he honors you. But he does not know everything. Even gods have blind spots, Tarnik. And my father's blind spot is this. He believes that control is enough, that discipline without understanding makes a warrior stronger. And her voice becomes gentler. I disagree. Not openly. I love my father, and I would never shame him. But I have walked among mortals for centuries, and I have learned something he has not. The strongest warriors are not those who obey without question. They are those who understand what they fight for, and choose their path with open eyes. And then she stands, and she actually begins to walk and circle around you. You were away during your rite of age. When you returned, your clan was dead. Twice as many elf corpses lay among them. And you, a boy of 15 winters, looked at that carnage and made a decision about what happened. Then she stops. Tell me, Tonic, did you investigate? Did you search for witnesses? Did you look for evidence of what your father and the warriors were planning before they died? And then before you can answer, she continues gently. Of course you didn't. You were a child drowning in grief. The pain demanded answer. And you gave it one. The elves were monsters who attacked without reason. Your clan was innocent. Vengeance was righteousness. And as you are looking at her, you can see her eyes start to flash a silver blue for just a moment. But what if I were to tell you you were wrong? Not about the pain. That was real. Not about the loss. That was real too. But about the why. And then her voice becomes serious. I am not here on my father's orders. He does not know I am speaking to you. And if he knew what I am about to show you, he would be angry with me. Not because I'm showing you lies, but because I am showing you the truth he believes would weaken you. My father believes that warriors should hate their enemies without complication, that understanding breeds mercy, and mercy breeds weakness. And she looks away briefly. I have seen the world differently. I have watched orcs and elves and humans and dwarves, all the races of Solar, struggle and fight and die, and I have learned something my father has not yet accepted. Understanding your enemy does not make you weak. It makes you wise. And wisdom is a kind of strength my father's doctrine rarely teaches. And she turns her back. So I offer you this. I will show you what really happened the day your clan died. Every moment, every choice, every truth you never sought. And this is the choice. You decide what to do with that knowledge. And then Rhaenyra raises her hand. I am the mistress of illusions. My greatest power is not creating false images. It is revealing true ones. What you are about to see is not my interpretation. It is not propaganda. It is simply what happened. Are you brave enough to watch? As she says this, the dream space transforms. And you feel yourself jumping back in time. You see where you're at currently, and all of a sudden it seems like as if you're just moving, walking backwards as everything just flushes forward in blazing speed. And then you see your own clan gathered around the fire. You see your father standing with other warriors, and mini maps are spread and flowered out around the panels and tabletops. There are detailed sketches of forest paths and settlement locations. And your father speaks. "The escaped elf settlement, and the deep forest has grown bold. They raid our supply lines. They killed 2 of our hunters last month. This cannot stand." And you see another elder warrior. "They fight because they fear. We will hunt them again. Perhaps if we..." And you see your father just cuts him off. "They are escaped property. Every northern clan knows this. Our ancestors fought for centuries to keep them in chains. We will not dishonor that legacy by showing weakness now." I see another warrior. "The southern orcs make peace with elves. They even let goblins walk as equals in their cities." And then your father's voice hardens. "The South have forgotten what it means to be orc. They compromise with lesser races and call it strategy. We in the North remember the old ways, the true ways." And you see the younger warrior. "We launch the raid in 4 days. When Tarnik returns from his right, we ride. Bring chains for those who submit, kill those who resist." And you see the council all agreeing. Plans are being made, and you see or hear Valera's voice, soft. "Your father was planning a raid, Tonic, to attack an elven settlement, recapture escaped slaves, and eliminate resistance. Was he cruel? By elven standards, yes. By northern orc standards, he was simply following tradition, doing what his father taught him, what his father's father taught before that. Right or wrong, this is what he planned." You can see the vision start shifting to, dare say, hidden elven village deep in the forest. Small homes, children playing, families living in quiet. But yet, you sense fearful lives. And you see an elven scout that runs into the camp, breathless. "The Iron Bone clan gathers. I saw maps of our location, weapons being sharpened, chains. Ancestors, help us. I saw chains prepared." You see the elven elder, gray-haired, scarred. "Not again. How many times must we run? My grandmother was born in orc chains. My mother died fleeing them. When does it end?" And you see another younger elf warrior, maybe 30 winters. "Then we don't run this time. We strike first. We wait for them to come here. Our children will be dragged away or killed resisting." You see an elven mother holding a child. "But that means going to their camp, killing. There may be families." And then the warrior. 3 years ago, they took my sister. I watched them beat her when she wouldn't submit. Every northern clan does this. The Ironbone, the Bloodscar, the Ashen Fang, all of them hunt us." You see the elder close his eyes. "May the ancestors forgive us. We strike in 2 nights. Warriors only. No one goes unwillingly." And then you see elves prepare. No celebration, no joy, just green, desperate determination. Valera's voice remains even. "They did not attack for glory or conquest. They attacked because they believed, rightly or wrongly, that if they waited, their children would be taken. Were they right? Your father was planning a raid. Were they wrong? They killed innocents who might not have been part of the raid party. Truth is rarely simple, Tarnik." And you can see as images now start flashing before Tarnik. His father fighting, killing one of the elf warriors before 3 others bring him down. His mother trying to shield his siblings, and they're struck by an arrow. Warriors on both sides just pretty much screaming, bleeding, dying. you see elf warriors just vomiting beside the body of Tarnik's uncle. Or you see another that is elf weeping over fallen comrade. And then you see young orcs and young elves both falling. It's pretty much just chaos and terror. Not really any sort of righteousness on either side. The elves do lose much more, though. Tarnik can see this, as more elves are falling. They're not quite as formidable as the orcs are. And Valera, your family died defending their camp from a surprise attack. The elves died attacking people they believed were about to enslave their children. Both sides were terrified, both sides were grieving. Both sides believed they were right. And then you see yourself as, well, Tarnik sees himself as 15-year-old Tarnik, returning from his rite of age, confident, proud, expecting to be welcomed as a man. And Valera forces him to watch, basically. You, as Tarnik, walk into the destroyed camp, finding your father's body, your mother's body, seeing the carnage, seeing the bodies, seeing much more of the elves. You fall to your knees, screaming grief. And then you rage at the unscaring sky. And then you proclaim to yourself, the elves did this. They are monsters. They attacked without reason. Go Notch. You asked him to be the witness to an oath. You would make every one of them pay. You would hate them. And for a moment, this vision pauses. Look at him, a traumatized boy making an oath based on what he saw, not what he knew. He saw elf corpses, and assumed they were the aggressors. He saw his family dead and assumed they were innocent victims. He created a story that made sense of the pain. And her voice becomes almost a whisper. But he never found the maps his father made. He never discovered the chains prepared for captives. He never spoke to neighboring clans who might have known about the planned raid. He just decided, and spent 15 years never questioning that decision. And then the story goes and moves forward. Well, actually not forward. It's moving back. Back through time, further into time. But the story goes deeper than one raid, Tonic. Much deeper. 3,000 years. Orc conquest fleets. You see them landing on elven shores. Cities burning. Thousands enslaved. You see centuries of bondage as elven families are torn apart. Children born in chains. Generations who never knew freedom. And then from there, now starts moving forward. These elves are taken from the lands and brought to the Orc Union. And then, nearly 1,000 to 500 years ago, massive uprisings, thousands fleeing into the wilderness. And then the Northern Orc, of course, responding with fury. The theft of property. All the Northern clans hunting escaped elves for centuries. And then the cycle began. Orcs hunting elves, defending violence, breeding violence, neither side remembering how it started. For 3,000 years, orcs enslaved elves, not because orcs are evil, but because we had the power and we used it. Hundreds of years ago, elves escaped and hid in the forests, not because they are rebellious, but because they wanted to be free. And for 500 years since, northern clans, including yours, hunted them, not because you are monsters, but because that is what you were taught. That is your tradition. That is the northern way. She turns to look at you directly. Your father believed he was upholding honor and tradition. The elves believed they were fighting for survival and freedom. Who was right, Tonic? My father would tell you that your father was right. that strength gives orcs the right to rule, that escaped slaves are thieves who stole themselves, that the weak exist to serve the strong. And perhaps, in the world as it has been, he is correct. The strong have ruled, the weak have served, for thousands of years. This has been the way of things. But I have walked among mortals. I have seen elven smiths who craft and rival any orc forge master. I have seen human scholars who understand the stars better than most shamans. I have seen dwarven engineers build wonders that endure for centuries. And I have learned to ask a question my father does not ask. What if weak simply means different? What if the races were, we conquer, have strengths we do not see because we never bother to look? I do not expect you to believe this tonight. Your entire life has been built on different teachings. But I offer you this seed of thought. Understanding your enemy does not make you weak. It makes you dangerous. The southern orcs understand this. They study their enemies. They learn from them. They integrate the useful ones into their systems, and they are stronger for it, not weaker. Tomorrow Orcantisma will test you. He expects you to emerge as my father wishes, disciplined, controlled, hating elves but using them tactically. But I have shown you something he will not know you have seen. Historical truth, context, the full story your trauma never let you seek. He can almost tell that her voice becomes urgent, but not demanding. What you do with this knowledge is your choice, Tonic, not mine, not my father's, yours. You can reject what I've shown you, call it elven propaganda, or divine trickery, cling to the story that has sustained you for 15 years. You can accept what I've shown you, but continue your path anyway. Acknowledge the complexity, but decide your hatred is justified regardless. Many warriors make this choice. It is honest, at least. Or you can allow this knowledge to change you, to complicate your certainty, to make you question whether the path you have walked leads anywhere worth going. I will not lie to you. The third path is the hardest. It means admitting you built your life on incomplete information. It means facing that you have killed for a cause more complicated than you believed. It means becoming something new from the ruins of what you were. But it also means becoming something more than a weapon, more than a tool of your own trauma, more than what the northern clans expect you to be. My father will ask Orcantisma what happened in your trial. He will be told you fought well, or you learned discipline, became more controlled, or you will die. Her eyes flash a bright green. He will not be told about this vision. He will not know I showed you these truths, because if he knew, for a moment you can see that she's genuinely afraid. He would be furious, not because I lied, but because I gave you something he believes weakened warriors. Understanding, context, the ability to see your enemies as something other than monsters. I am taking a great risk showing you this, Tonic. If you tell him, I will face consequences you cannot imagine. If you tell Orcantisma tomorrow, my father will know I interfered. But I believe you deserve to make your choices with open eyes, even if it costs me, even if you reject everything I have shown you. Be strong tomorrow, Paladin. Face Orcantisma with all your skill, because your life will depend on it. But remember, true strength is not blind conviction. True strength is the courage to question what you thought you knew. And with that, where Tonic is standing, you see that she starts moving away and then eventually disappears, forming into the wisp and shadows of this area. And you start feeling the warmth of the real world hitting you. But you are still resting and asleep as we now jump back to the world. Alright, we are back to reality. Sorry for the long prelude there.
Tarnik's lying in his bedroll there, sobbing. All the memories coming back. The week he spent piling bodies on bodies on bodies and building a funeral pyre for his clan. All those memories come flooding back. And he's just sobbing.
And as everybody else begins to awake, Grumthar, because you're the only one that's nearest to Tarnik, hardly any way to not see Tarnik. You see this, and probably bewildered as you see this, but yeah, you do see Tarnik currently, as you are barely waking from sleep.
Grumthar looks over and sees Tarnik weeping in his early morning wake. Sighs and says, I'm not good at this crap. Me, a rage barbarian, berserker barbarian. And he goes and sits next to him and says, shoulder to shoulder. What troubles you, my friend? What revelations came to you through the night? Did you pray to the gods?
I don't know if I prayed, but they definitely talked to me. Now, memories are what worry me. What are real, what aren't? Is my whole life a lie? These are questions for me. For now, we must prepare. We're getting a visitor today. Come, let's go make some breakfast and get the rest of this motley crew up and moving.
Yeah? And what of Bordak?
Well, he can follow us. Also has a good lead on where we're going. He is an important part of Clan Bazgoth regardless. So he will be with us. Just not in the way he thinks.
Perhaps the gods, Ganache, have plans for us that are other than we might expect. Yes, let's prepare for our day, or evening as it were.
Yes. We can control these things. We can't control the dog.
And so you are saying that you see Volsa just kind of run out of the back of the wagon where she was staying. Then she just starts like slamming her fists into the cliff over here. You see, well, I don't know if y'all would be able to, but she's like starts screaming really loud, just hitting and punching. And she falls to her knees. And you can see her actually having a hard time of it too. She's like starts sobbing. And she's just like starts punching the ground harder. And you can see blood actually, maybe even broken bone, start coming out of her fists. And Bordak.
I moved to.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was gonna say Grumthar moves to her side, and again grumbling, looking up to the gods. It's like, Ganache, why do you put me in these scenarios? I am not the counselor. And I move up to her, and I look at her. I see her throwing her tantrum. I said, Volza, this is the most sane thing I've seen you do since we've met. And I just I get on my knees, and I start letting out some rage and pounding the ground with her.
Oh, what?
Letting out my berserker rage. Just, this does release the energy.
Roll me a persuasion.
All right. My specialty. +1. Oh, I do have advantage for something. 16.
16. She just keeps on punching along with you until like she can't do it anymore. She pretty much exhausts herself, breathing hard, just like. And then she looks over at you.
Yeah, I pick her up by the scruffs of her shirt, lift her to her feet. You know, I'm certainly strong enough to do this. And I just shout in her face, no! You must give it all! More! Until there's nothing left!
She will look at you and bite her teeth, and she actually just starts trying to hit you. Not like...
Yeah.
Yeah, she just seems to be out of it, like angry, and she just listens to you, and she just starts wailing on you. And they're not very hard, because you can see that her fists are bleeding, and bones is probably like just cracked and piercing through the skin right now. You might get a few cuts from bone as she's hitting you and just roaring and screaming, and she's like, I am not weak. I am not weak.
No! You're not weak! You are you are amongst the I don't even know if she's really the chosen. You are amongst the chosen. We have chosen to let you travel amongst us, and you are not weak. You are vital. You are necessary. Let it out. Tap into your rage. Give it all to me.
And she just like screams, and then she just yells and stuff. The gods, no! The gods, no! And then she just starts wailing on you again. Just
yeah. I imagine I'm in a rage, so whatever she does to me is minimal at best.
Yeah,
right? Unless she starts doing her magic, right? But,
yeah.
I
suspect that the most that you could probably do, even with your raging at most, is maybe 5, maybe 10 at the most, because she's not really focused on hurting you. She's just letting rage, and she's not hitting very hard. So she eventually goes to the point where she screams so loud. Eventually, she just loses all strength, shaking, no energy left now. She's just like almost falling over.
Yes, I am a berserker, barbarian. This is the rage that can unleash your potential. You can find insight through your exhaustion. Now, in your weakest moment, tune your mind to the gods and let them speak to you. You will find your greatest revelation. And I'll lay her down in this kind of V right here, just one square to our left.
Ah, okay.
Resting. And I will sit next to her and I'll say, when you're ready, you can tell me what revelations you've come to. If you are willing.
She just sits there breathing. She still has tears in her eyes. You get kind of dirtied from dust that was lifting. And then she closes her eyes, just trying to calm herself down and breathing hard.
I put my hand on her shoulder and I just start mumbling I'm not a paladin. I'm not a cleric. I just have the simple teachings of Ganache from my youth. I just start saying a common prayer to Ganache for blessing and understanding.
And while that is happening, we're going to jump over to... Oh, actually, I need a token. Whoops. One moment, guys. Sorry. Completely forgot to make a token. Actually, Uka, do you have a token? But if not, I can make one really quick.
I did not. No, sorry.
No worries. Are you able to put an image of your character into the Discord channel by chance?
Yes, I can.
William, would you like me to work on that?
Oh, if you're able to, yes. Yes, go ahead.
Of course. Yeah.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah, Uka, if you could put a image in Discord, I'll create a token.
And then, I'll say... Let me give everybody has a rest, so everybody is in full again. I'm trying to...
Or give a lengthy description. I can get an image for you, too. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, sorry. I was just telling everybody they got their whole night rest now, so... Trying to do it for Bordak and Cub. So, Narzag, what are you doing?
Wherever food is supposed to be prepared, set out my cooking utensils for breakfast or whatever.
Ah, okay.
Assist with that.
We'll say that Cub is probably doing something similar, which is just sitting there wherever you are, because he usually has his berries, I think. He'll try to give you a berry.
Yeah, I could create that too, but I feed it to my bear. Orcs are meat eaters.
I'm gonna put him this way. Boom, there we go. And Bordak will look at all the situation going on here, and will sit by here having his own breakfast as well. And he just mentions, I had a dream last night. Ugh. The gods are watching. And that's what he'll say. Yes. Unless it's berries that he shoves into people's mouth when they're down. I don't know if this is linking, but I'm going to put y'all's health on roll 20 up. That way, there we go. Excellent. Ooh, I like that picture. Wow, look at the size of that.
Yeah, I'm almost done.
No worries. Figured as everybody is gathering their things. Tarnik getting the group together. Narzak, you're cooking, you said?
I'm assisting at cooking.
Oh.
Because I do not have any more game meat to cook anymore, but they said they were going to do breakfast.
Okay. I suspect...
So I'll just assist.
I suspect you assist with whatever they have.
Probably jerky and things like that.
How's that, guys?
Oh, nice. Excellent.
Nice.
I will go ahead and grab that.
I might steal that picture for our later game, William.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we also have a new person joining us, that one. All right, let's see here. Let's go ahead and copy so I can bring him into roll 20 here.
So I use a website called Token Stamp to do that. So I just upload the image, make a couple selections, and bam, there you go.
Nice. Yeah, there's quite a few out there nowadays compared to when there weren't. I'm like, finally.
Sure. This one's been around for a while, though.
Yeah. I've used that one before. All right. Let's create a character. All right, folks. We're going to create a character today. How do you do that? I don't know, because I can't show it on the stream for some reason. Oh, yeah, that's why. Let's see if parentheses work. All right. I'm going to put it in. Uka. Uko. Yeah, I always feel like I'm pronouncing that wrong. All right. Boom. And there we go. Upload. Okay, are you familiar with Roll20 and D&D Beyond and using Beyond 20?
D&D Beyond, yes. Beyond 20, a little. Roll 20, I've used it once.
Okay. Cool. Thankfully, a lot of it just has to do with movement for me. So, but I'm going to create your characters here. So you should have a journal that I'm going to put your character in. It's kind of like the very top of the chat. There's like a chat bubble, then the little art tablet, and then the journal. If you click on there, you should be able to see him there once I get it done. Did you directly give him a 0? And let me see if this works. Do 1 damage. Do 1 heal. And let's see here.
So Beyond 20, Uka, is a Google Chrome, or really just any, I don't know, I use Google Chrome, application attachment, I'm not sure what the right word there is, that allows D&D Beyond to talk to other virtual tabletops, like Roll20.
Yeah,
So,
see, it's that extension, yeah.
Yeah, extension, exactly. Okay, so you're familiar. So a lot of our rolls, when he tells us to roll, we can just click on our character sheet and it'll roll into Roll20 for us. It's pretty nice.
Let's see if I can get him to... doesn't want to go through. Why is that? HP. It might be. So, what I'm going to do is have you take away the parentheses on your character. I think that's the situation. For some reason, it doesn't like to work with parentheses. I know you have it for short, SAS for short. But if you remove that one, I think it might correlate. Because I got D&D Beyond and extension and everything, but it's not wanting to go through. And I noticed it did that with another character that had the parentheses.
I just got rid of it.
Excellent. All right. See. Boom. See if it'll do it this time.
I always want to make Vol's a magic user, but she's assassin. She's
yeah. She's what magic users fear, supposedly. Huh. Well, that is strange. She still doesn't want to do it. we're going to do this really quick. I do have the
Well, there's a
extension,
name
right?
for you.
Well, I might have to figure out later. I can still see when you roll on D Beyond 20. I trust everybody anyway. So we're going to go ahead. So everybody's getting prepared. You, Mr. Sasata? Am I pronouncing that? Seth?
I think we need another nickname.
Seth.
Sazota Sekar.
Okay, Sasata. Ses. All right, yeah, so Ses.
Saz.
Saz. There we go. Saz. No, it's... there we go. Put it on there. So Saz, you are actually moving toward the east in a sense. Walking in through this particular area, moving... and you start basically passing this cliff just to your north, or should I say to your left. And as you are passing through your left, you come upon an interesting sight that you have not seen around here, besides devils and other creatures that lurk in the barren, hot area that is called the Pits of the Hells here. And you actually see a group of people that are by a wagon. Along with that, you see some sort of horse, maybe, with flames. You see a bear. And you see a interesting creature. You see a displacer beast also lingering around this group as you are passing by. And anybody in the group over here that's by the wagon, you can roll me a perception check if you wish. I don't know if Saz would be trying to hide, knowing the area, or he's just lingering on forward, trekking without any obvious need to hide.
They would definitely be trying to hide, moving cautiously at the very least, especially coming across that kind of a group with a displacer beast and a horse set aflame.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll me a stealth.
Nat 20 plus 5, 25.
Wow. All right. And you can go ahead, see if you are able to control your character right there. If you're able to click and hold and move. Oh, excellent. Perfect. For right now, we can do movement, and you can position wherever you think you would be, kind of hiding or stealthing as you come upon this group. Yeah. Nazak with a 15 and Tarnik with a 9 are perceiving nothing at all right now.
Sonic's too busy eating his breakfast. Even
Yeah.
if it is just dried kibble.
His mind is probably somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing is... Bordak is too out of it as well. I'm not going to roll for Volsa because she's definitely not paying attention. So yes, you see this group, and they seem to be eating breakfast. Yes. And I don't think they're having conversation currently. And off to that side, I think you might be able to barely see where there's another part of the group, another orc, maybe two orcs. You can barely see maybe the feet of another orc on the side of this cliff over here, nestled against it.
And not paying attention either.
Yeah. Everybody's focusing on their own things, especially breakfast, I suspect. I don't know, Cub might be able to break that. Let me see. Oh, well, he has that, so.
Probably without even rolling now on Cub.
Oh, yeah, you got the 22, but not.
I would like to roll my cooking, though.
You're cooking? Yeah, go ahead.
Improve the flavor.
Let's improve the flavor. We got some. See what you got right there. 22? Yeah. Improvisation of flavor has happened.
25.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Guidance.
You kind of guide everybody on how to actually cook it. It's not like that. You're burning it. All right. Well, as this is happening, I'll say another 15 minutes or so, 20 minutes have been passed. By this time, Volsa has finally gathered her wits. And you are looking at the group, Saz, and it's up to you what you do within those 20 minutes. Are you just lurking and watching them, or do you decide to do
Definitely
anything?
just be keeping my distance, staying in the shadow and looking to see how they react with each other and the beasts they have in their company.
Okay. And Volsa finally looks over at Grumthar. When she looks, why are you? Why do you help me? Why do you? Her voice is sore. And she's just looking. She hasn't screamed that loud in quite a while. Feels like, or at least from where you can tell, sounds like she's gonna maybe be sore because she probably has some torn vocal cords or something in there.
And Grumthar stands up, looks down at her, and says, "Our group, our team, our destiny, our success hinges on proficiency of each and every one of us. We know I need you to be at your best. I need us to operate as a great functioning machine capable of overcoming anything. So, sort out your passions. Use them for the benefit of the greater good. Now, the barbarian requires sustenance."
And she nods, says, "Of course."
I said, "Gather, put yourself together, woman, and join us when you can."
She pops in over there.
She moves much more quickly than I do.
She only pops by the cliffs since that's the only shadows there are around. Yeah, Sas, you would see that indeed there was an orc, but it seemed to have vanished and then suddenly pop up over here and then just move aside along the cliff and finally walk into the actual daylight. Barely able to see, maybe barely able to keep an eye on her as she moves through past behind the wagon and the horse and makes her way and stands there and quickly grabs whatever is there for breakfast and just looks at Tarnik and the rest of the group and says, "I'm going to go and start scouting so we can start moving."
Wait a minute. So, last night, I had a god's vision. We're getting a visitor today. I don't know how, but Orkan Thingmar is coming today to test us.
And she's like, "What?" You see genuine concern in her eyes at that. She looks over at Grumthar.
Get yourself ready. We'll travel south or continue along the path that we found.
We need to travel south. Orkantithma. Why?
The gods are testing us. making sure we are worthy to carry the name of the Chosen.
I am not chosen.
You are. You were chosen by us.
And at this time, as you speak that, you can hear the rumbling of thunder start vibrating the ground. As over the peaks there are more to the north in a way, you can see that they're angled that you were at. These peaks were a little bit higher. You weren't able to fully grasp what was coming. And then you see these storm clouds finally forming, bulbous clouds like you had seen before when y'all had heard a voice. And Sas, you also see this. You see clouds, which is very strange to you. And you could possibly roll me a nature or arcana if you wish.
18 plus 1 for 19.
Nice.
Arcana.
So you would notice, because of it's an arcana, that as these bulbous clouds are moving, they also have a reddish tint to them. Very unnatural and more related to some sort of possibly not even magical, but divine powers. As their wind starts lifting dust, and the dust start gathering around in eyes. People have to cover their eyes, and the wind blasts into your face, and the heat is just overwhelming as it starts brushing up toward the, let's say, about southeast direction right now. And eventually, the clouds start moving closer and closer to where it finally engulfs the sky above you, and the rumbling of thunder just keeps vibrating and thrumming through your bones and ground. Very unnatural. And Tarnik and anybody else would finally realize that this is possibly the moment not he had been warned of, or at least Tarnik had been warned of. Very unusual. And lightning starts getting closer and closer. Is anybody doing anything while this is happening?
Yeah, Grunthor was eating.
He's got to keep eating and looking up in the sky.
This is the first decent meal we've had. I didn't know you could cook. And now, by the gods.
Nargard says, you learn to cook for yourself quite well, but I have to also, Midnight likes my cooking too.
Gods won't let us have a decent meal. What is this now?
Arnik steps out away from the group a bit, just trying to make sure that he gets seen.
Wolfa comes over quickly, grabs 2 more handsfuls of breakfast and just shoves them into her mouth, her cheeks just becoming bulbous as she's like munching it. Gets her dagger ready, just walks out about here. Is Sas doing anything particular? Or just watching still?
With everything that they just saw and this odd group, the only thing they would even think of doing is moving closer over to that large rock to maybe have more cover, but also still have the line of sight on all of them. Other than that, I don't think they do much of anything.
Okay. And which rock? You could probably... okay.
That one.
Excellent. All right.
If that lightning strikes a tree, make a note of it. I have a quest item I'm searching for. I would like to investigate that tree.
Excellent. And then lightning strikes the stones, kind of in the middle of them, right here. As you pretty much just see an enormous amount of lightning followed by the thunder that emanates from here. So close that you can feel the aftershock, Tarnik. as it makes even your bones rattle. And everything else around just echoes to increase the power of this thunder that ripples through everybody's ears. And amazingly enough, the thunder is around. And from there, you see appear, as soon as the lightning is gone, this particular feller, who you might recognize, Tarnik, as Orkan Tisma, appears, standing 7 feet, maybe more, and his body is just pure muscle, veins bulging, hair tied, of course, to a ponytail, in a sense, with his axes on his hands, both hands. His deep green skin and marks of different warrior scars that he's probably seen over the years. His eyes a reddish, intense glare, looking forward at the group, but eventually locking on Tarnik. And he moves one step, or a few steps forward, standing right there. And with that, I am completely going to lose my notes for some reason.
Tarnik will step a square closer as well. And he'll turn to the group and he'll say, "Just watch my back."
And he'll talk rather loudly, and he says, "I am Orkan Tithma, champion of Gonash." He says, as he looks around, his eyes lingering on everyone, and you can, Sas, you can roll me a perception check.
That was not good. That was a 4.
Oh, well, all right. Nothing perceived, but so Orkan Tismat looks at almost every single one of y'all as his gaze just kind of scans the group, and for some unknown reason looks further off into the distance and then locks his gaze back to Tarnik. Says, "The warlord, Allah, has heard blasphemy be spoken in his name. He has watched warriors question his judgment. He has seen leadership fail," as he looks over at Bordak. "You have been weighed. Now you will be tested." And then lightning flashes all around, kind of a, let's say, almost in a 60-foot radius. And I should have probably created one of those, but let's say, yeah, it's pretty large circle there from him. There we go. We'll make it linger for a while so everybody kind of gets an idea. As you see the ground kind of glow into an intense greenish yet yellowish color, filling this area with that glow for a while. And the glow just remains where you can actually see this circle, and looks over at Bordak and then to Volsa. Says, "Volsa, Gonash has heard you. You would fight for Tarnik, and that is exactly what will happen. Bordak, your challenger is Volsa. Tarnik, your challenger is me, Orkan Tithma." And as lightning flashes again, you see Volsa and Bordak just vanish. And then...
What? What just happened? Where'd they go?
Orkan Tithma looks over at Gramsar. "They have gone to another desecrated ground where they will fight to the death. If Volsa wins, she proclaims her true loyalty to Tonic. If Bortak wins, then he will declare himself still leader of this group. Both will be tested in different capacities. And Orcantisma walks up to Tarnik. And he looks at everyone else and says, "No one is to interfere. Tarnik, you will fight me. Are you prepared?"
Yes, are you? And he licks his thumb and runs it down the blade of his glaive. Lady Lasara will guide my strikes.
Then he
The
nods.
Ganache will make it easier for me to hit you. And he'll cast Divine Channel Divinity. Which one is it? Hate the way they move things around.
Yeah, right.
I think they a certain spot. Where's the other effect here? I know one of those channel divinities gives me advantage on strikes.
Oh, what is that called? The also vengeance thing that you get. Or what the heck is it called?
Yeah. Veil of Enmity?
Yeah, Veil of
It would be
Enmity.
under feature and traits, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere underneath there, it should be listed.
I go to like actions and then go to like the others and limited use to find it, and it's never there. All right, Vow of Enmity. When you take an attack action, you can expend one use of your channel divinity to utter a vow of enmity against the creature you can see within 30 feet. You have advantage on attack rolls for 1 minute until you use this feature again.
Nice. All right. And as he is standing in front of you, he is just looking, says, "Tonic of the Iron Bone Clan, you have questioned Gonash. You have claimed he is influenced by elves. You have drawn power from the Sara instead of your sworn god because you doubt." And I don't know if Tarnik would actually know about this, but I guess he can do an insight. I guess it's something else that he has. 22. So what happened was last night, Tarnik had to stream. Would he be trying to keep it as a secret, or does he plan on anything? This would be above table. Would he think of, in his mind, would he be thinking to tell Orcantisma of the dream of about what has been shown to him, or would he be trying, or thinking that he's not going to do that, not expose it?
I don't think it actually comes into his head. He is very much thinking, okay, the message was right. I need to think further on that and the other parts of the dream.
Okay, so he wouldn't have... Alright, so that means that's a large roll. So he steps forward just a little bit as you are doing this, and his eyes thin, looking at you, studying in you. He says, "Last night, when you rusted..." And he's like... As if he's trying to search for something. "You dreamed. Truths. Hatreds. More. And he nods. Let us begin. And with that, he's going to go ahead. Go ahead and roll me. You can click on your token and then roll initiative. See if this will work. What, before we do that? Okay, make sure it's clear. Yes. Go ahead and click on your token. Orcantisma did said for everybody else to remain out of it, but if y'all wish to, y'all can roll on initiative as well, just in case y'all decide that y'all want to partake in anything of this, which would be interesting as a bit, I suspect. Let's see, and then wow, that's pretty. It's interesting. What happened there? Why didn't it show? Yeah, I think there is something going on with my extensions. Let's try it again. There we go. That's probably why. Okay, so we got Narzag at 19, Tarnik at 15, and I'm gonna have to roll him. He was a 14. So let me see if I can get him in there and just do a regular. Should be up now. Let's try it. There we go. So now I'm going to put that at 14 because that's what he rolled. All right. Saz, are you wishing to join or are you just laying back? I don't know if you plan to in the future. I was just going to have you roll.
Yeah, I will roll one for if I jump in the future. But at the moment, this chaos has nothing to do with them. They're going to just watch and see how this plays out.
Okay, excellent. All right. And then
17 plus 6, 23.
23. All right. Wonder if I can make it work on my end this time. Let's see what happens. Always the technology, isn't it? All right. See if I can make it do it. Oh, damn. So, so 23, you're still doing good. So I'm going to put you at 23. Should have put you in now. All right, cool. All right. And then I'm going to do one for Cub since I'm sure he probably... I don't know what he would have done. He's probably just going to sit out, but I know he usually does stuff. Put him at a 12, which would be probably bad in this situation for him. Okay, put it in order. Did it erase it? Why did it erase it? It said 22. Boom. (22, 19, 15, 14, 13). I guess didn't put Cub in there. That's strange. Let's try that again. There he is. And he was at 12 first. Perfect. All right. We got everybody in. And we are ready to go. So what is going to happen is we're going to set the mood. And Tarnik, you, sir, unless anybody's going to try to interfere, I think Narzak would be the first, but unless anything happens, Tarnik, you will be going, since y'all are the only ones dueling right now.
As this is the very first part of combat,
I was going to cast a spell, but
Oh, go ahead. What were you trying to do?
at second level it says I can do this at 2 additional targets. So me my bear and cub gets 10 extra feet. Move,
Okay.
and then move the fuck out of the way.
All right. Oh, you're getting pretty close to over here. Might have to have you roll something in a minute. But, all right. Is that it? Does that complete your turn, Mr. Narzak?
You got mute again.
That's my turn.
No,
Sorry.
okay. It's all right. Just go ahead and roll me a perception.
I'm not good at those. I'm good at stealthy.
Okay. So we're gonna move to Mr. Tarnek. Your go now, sir. Sorry.
And the bear's not seeing anything.
Yeah. So, Tarnik will look at Orc and Sigma and say, "You're too close. Why don't you come and find me?" And I'll cast Misty Step as a bonus. No, actually, I'll attack him first and then cast bonus action Misty Step.
Ah, okay.
Advantage. 26 to hit.
26 will he do that? Yeah, it'll hit.
That one up. We'll do a whopping 9 damage.
9 damage, nice. All right.
And then we'll swing the bottom of the polearm up for a 19 to hit.
19 unfortunately will not hit as he sidesteps.
Alright, I will take my second attack. 23.
23 will actually hit.
Another 13 slashing damage there.
13, nice. He's a very nice.
Polearm up again. Oh no. He hits very hard, but it just rattles in his hands. And then I'll bonus action Misty Step. I will go there.
Ooh. Looks over that way and says, ha ha ha. And upon his turn, he's going to do a bonus action for something. Give them there. Okay, cool. I guess he could have done that, but he's not going to do that. Alright, so he's going to do this, and then he's going to... Oh, that's okay. Okay, I'm just sorry. Had to make sure. It's been 20 years since I used his character. Alright. Nate, I didn't want to do that. Why did he do that? Never mind. Oh, he's moving all over the place. Stop it. Get back over here. Is anybody else able to make a circle and make it linger? I don't know if y'all able to. He was here. That would be the center point of the circle. So,
60 feet?
Yeah, 60 feet from him.
From where he is now or where he was?
From where he is right now. Because that's where he was originally.
That doesn't say.
You should be at, once you click it, there's a little thing that says linger. And you can click on that, and it should linger after that. And let me know if it works for you. Nope.
Oh, there it is. Click on that first. Now do it. There. Got
Excellent. All right. Now I'm going to move him back over here. Wait, was he by the bush? I think it was by the bush, right? Yeah. Okay, now I can see.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. There we go. Okay, so he's going to go ahead and move that way toward you. I don't know if you have
Yes.
anything.
Take my reaction and opportunity attack.
Okay.
Strike him 10 feet out.
Damn, I can't move it right there.
A 21 to hit.
21 will not hit, unfortunately.
Damn it.
Ouch.
And then he will move about here. And then he already used his bonus, so he can't.
Combat strategy. You can run.
So he's going to use both of his axes, and he gets advantage to every attack. Make sure I'm reading that right. Give yourself advantage. Current turn. Oh, and 10 temporary points. Okay. That's always important, I guess. 10 temporary. All right. So,
Oops, sorry.
first attack. Oh, look at that. 26 to hit.
Yep.
So that would be... That'll be a 16, and he's using the... Swashbuckler, which I think that should give him a... Yeah. Nobody else around. He's around. Yeah, he still gets the sneak attack with that. So another 12 of slashing. Attack again. I'm not sure that's going to hit, so it's going to be another 14.
Yeah, that 33 is going to miss my arms. What are you talking about?
Next attack. And that one will be 16. And then he will hold his other attacks and looks at you. Like, come on. I expect better of you, Tonic. And now, unless anybody else wants to go, it will jump back up to Tarnik.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move forward.
Okay.
I'll put it back on. Oh.
I'm going to put a little dot right here.
Yeah, I'll add it back once I
There we go.
move. But I'm basically gonna move up. Yeah, click on. And basically I move like here. All right, now I'll add it back for you.
Excellent. Which would go to Cub. Cub's going to be there. Say something offensive, and then we will go to Sauce. Watching. Unless, Sauce, you want to do anything, you do notice that you got a person getting very close to you. Weirdly enough, he wasn't able to see you, just barely, somehow.
With that knowledge, I'm pretty sure Saz would just use their invisibility and just vanish, then probably try to move away from there.
Okay. Alrighty, and you can move wherever you wish that you are going to be moving to. Excellent. And then that would bring us, unless you got anything else, that would also now go to Narzag, if you wish to do any movement right there or whatnot.
Oh. I was getting away from the 60-foot zone in case it was more lightning storms. I don't want to be hit by that.
No, it's just raging above you right now. You see some lightning off in the distance, but yeah, nothing is hitting the 60-foot radius.
No. I just accidentally closed D&D Beyond.
Easy enough to reopen.
Yeah, we're waiting on Waz to be back, so it's okay.
Cat
Oh wait, I see Tarnik back.
asked Trudcraft, what the weather sensor thing.
Cool, you just do Druidcraft? Feels like it's gonna be
Weather sensor.
yeah, it feels like it's gonna be nice and hot tomorrow, but tonight, chance of strong weather. All right. Well then, in that case, we shall jump back to Mr. Tarnik. Oh, this is interesting. Go down the... There we go.
Nice. All right. Well, I'm here. He's here. Let's start swinging blades.
Oof.
Right. Even 20, that doesn't hit.
That clings against his rough leather of a skin, but yeah, it doesn't do anything.
I'm struggling today.
Man, yeah.
Even with advantage.
Oh,
there we go.
There we go. Right there. Lysara, help you.
She's not helping well.
Alright, so that's...
And the butt end. Oh, that one will hit.
That one will land.
A bit of extra damage there. And then, let's see. I will... What does this do? Oh no, it takes it. I thought I had another one. Sorry, I thought I had a different spell set up for.
No worries. We're all good.
Section. Yeah, I'll just use Divine Favor for this time. So I'm just. So it just adds radiant damage to my weapon. It's not doing the actual damage then. Yep.
Awesome. Excellent. As he says, "Show me your strength, Northerner. Let me see this divine purpose you claim." He says, "You telegraph your attacks. Are you raging? You are becoming too predictable." And then, what's that?
I'm not going to walk away.
Okay. All right. In that case, says, "Look, I will even go easy on you," and he will do first attack, and then that'll be 15 damage. And says, "I tell you what, the great Gonash, he may see potential in you. Ask me for your forgiveness. Surrender now. Proclaim that you were wrong." As he gets ready with his other axe, waiting for any response from Tonic.
You came and accused me.
Says, "There was no accusations. Words were heard." As he attacks.
I was just thinking, you need to roll 4 or less on your attacks.
Yeah, it's kind of a hard one right here. Yeah, but
I'm just gonna have to try and run away.
he does 18 damage right there, slashing.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Do-do-do. Where is it? I will actually. Silvery barbs him on that last hit.
Ooh, nice. Okay. So he's gonna roll.
I don't know why I bother.
Well, then he'll do one more. And that would be a 19 damage. Sus, I'm giving you a chance. Do you still believe Gonosh has been tricked by elves? Tornak, you know better. You question our god.
I never said he was tricked. I said he was under the influence of elves.
Blasphemy.
No. He's the one that's not talking to me. I've tried to talk with him many times. The only answers I get are from his daughters, not from him.
Do you need Gonosh to handhold you? Do you not know he works in many different ways? In his great wisdom, he knows how to forge the weapons that he needs, and he used to look upon you greatly. He still does. That's why the test has befallen upon you. And aside from that, if anybody else is going to do anything for their rounds, we're going to jump back to Tarnik unless y'all feel like you're doing anything.
Yeah, so Grumthar's just keeping them within 30 feet-ish.
Okay.
So I'm not going to actually move them because keep your 60-foot thing up.
All right. No worries. Well, then in that case, we're going to go ahead and jump back over to Tarnik then.
I'm not going to stand down.
It says, do as you wish then. But no, there will be no leniency here.
I'm not expecting leniency.
We see him
With that-
smile.
He missed and catapult jumps over here. Out there.
Ooh, nice.
Or I'm trying to see if I can do something here. Can't use those. So, oh, it says a bonus action. Damn it. Alright, do I have a potion? No, I do not. Of course not. Why would I carry potions? Yeah, sorry, I thought lay on hands was an action, not a bonus action. I've used my bonus action.
Oh, okay.
I will. Yeah, I will just recover my breath there for a minute.
All right, so that one will move. So you can do your reaction if you wish there.
Yep. 24.
That will hit.
Oh, so he has no speed now until a little bit. And he'll take a little love tap there with an extra bit of shininess on top. So 4 radiant damage
Okay.
from Divine Favor.
Excellent.
Yeah. So he has no speed. Hang on. Bring it back up so it gives you the full thing. Reactive strike while holding a quarterstaff, blah blah blah. When you hit a creature with an opportunity attack, that you can reduce its speed to 0 until the end of the current turn. You can move up to half your speed as part of the same reaction without provoking opportunity attacks.
Nice.
But,
Tarnik the technician. All right.
15 feet further away.
Nice. All right. There we go. Now we're doing a battle. All right. Now that is Orc and Tithma's turn. Once again, if nobody's doing anything, we're going to jump over to Tarnik's turn. So, Mr. Tarnik.
So first up, I will cast Cure Wounds on myself. Where's the bloody spell? Didn't I take it? Oh, I didn't take it. I've only taken Healing Word. Fuck. Yeah, so I might as well use bonus action Healing Word. Yeah, there you go. And I'll cast it at a higher level, so I get that much healing.
Nice. All right.
Yeah. And then I will How far away am I again?
How far are you from him? 5? Yeah, there we go. 25.
Oh, yeah. So I will. Oh, wrong tool. So, yeah, if I come up to there, that puts me at 20 feet.
Ooh.
10 feet of him, yeah.
Yep.
I will start trying to slap him around a bit. Now I've hit once. 21's not enough.
21. He slaps the attack out of the way with his axe. And says, come on.
Jesus. Yeah, so
Slaps it again. Says,
that was the bottom end coming through. And then the top end comes over the top.
ooh,
25.
that one will land.
So that one. Oh, that's a nice one. That one. Oh, nice. So 20.
Nice. All right. 20. Getting those hits. Excellent.
Raid. And pull.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Nah.
Wow. Nice. Okay. Really good. All right. He seems to smirk. He's like, oh, yes. Finally. Finally.
I think I've got 15 feet of movement left. So I'll just walk back 15 feet.
Because I like your strategy.
If the others are watching closely, Tarnik's looking pretty bloody and pretty beat up.
And
Just some of the blood is drying now that he's healed himself a little bit.
and Orcantismice looking some good cuts now with the attacks, but still pretty sturdy looking as he will attempt to move forward still like yeah, he'll probably move to about right there when you can do your reaction if you wish. As you are seeing this duel unfold before you, something you haven't seen, lightning thundering everywhere. Ooh.
Another 16 damage.
Nice.
Lost his speed. And I can move 15 feet. Back to him.
Nice. And with that, unless anybody's doing anything, Orcantisma will go. That was until the end of your turn, right? Or yeah, to current
End
turn.
of the current turn.
Yeah. All right. Yes. They're doing very well. I see now why you had potential, and why you must be punished. Looking upon it as great honor. And then he moves forward again. I think 10 feet would actually be here. There we go.
He's got no speed. How did he move?
Oh, it was back to his turn, right? It was the end of your current turn.
No, that was part of his turn.
Oh, okay. That's right. Okay, so now it's back to your turn, if nobody has anything left. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was thought it was your turn for some reason.
Because I get to do much. on a reaction compared to most people. Oh no, that's not going to work.
Clinks
I'm
it
really
out away.
swinging hard with this guy. Oh yeah, that one.
Oh, that one
Yeah.
will.
Shield that and
Sidesteps one, or tries to, but he can't sidestep the other one.
so an extra 3 radiant damage there.
Nice.
Swinging the pole arm around again. 23.
23 will actually land.
Excellent. That one. Oh, that's a terrible roll. Some divineness.
Nice.
And sorry, I'm just catching up what I've done. So still got that one. That one. Advantage. Roll. Sorry, everyone. I'm trying to go as fast as I can.
No worries.
Oh. 21. No, that doesn't hit.
The other one does not hit. But
So,
the other one was how much?
yeah. 23 was 7 slashing damage
7 slashing. That's actually
and 3 radiant.
okay. That's actually good enough right there. Boom. So you hit there. Orcantisma. You can take away the circle, Mr. Grumthar. As lightning and thunder dissipates and stop. Says, You did not yield. That's good. The test has been passed. And you see him put away his axes. And says, Gonash is ever watching, but Gonash doesn't always answer. Know this of the god. He has his others that answer for him, perhaps the daughters, perhaps the sons. But he is the ultimate king over the pantheon of the orcs. He doesn't handhold, but he does test. He does throw many obstacles for those who are going to be chosen. For chosen need to learn to walk on themselves. When there are questions, those questions will slowly be answered through trials. But remember, Tarnik, he was the one who battled the gods of humans and elves first. And of all people, mortal or gods, he understands their true weakness and their true strengths. Morthiel's trickery, not even his, can bypass the powers and shields of the mind of all god. Keep this as a lesson. For next time, I will not be so easy upon you. I will bring the full wrath of the power of Gonosh and show you the true taste of his might, and why he cannot be swayed by imperfections like elves. And it says,
Barnick stands proudly, his chest pushed out, his polearm in, one end on the ground, one end in his hand, and defiantly says, "It's me again. That is fine. I will prove that I am walking the right path through my deeds and my actions. I will take down this withered one, and then one can see where we stand, you and me."
He looks over at Tonic and says, "Good." He says, "I stand with Gonosh, always. So I suspect wherever you stand with Gonosh, that's where you and I stand." And he will begin to walk away. As lightning will strike down upon him, and with that he vanishes. And
Barnick starts walking back proudly, he's still got his chest puffed up. And he walks towards Grumthar and collapses in Grumthar's arms. "Oh, fuck me, that was hard!" Ah!
Who was that, Tarnak? Who is it that can travel via the
Oakenthingma. Oakenthingma is the true champion of Ganosh.
I don't know, William, if I know of that.
I can only take one hit from him. Now I'm stronger.
And
But he reminded me, I must choose the path. The path that's going to benefit all of us. He'll just lean into you and like, let me have a little rest.
I'll guide him over to the wagon.
And
shoulder and shoulder.
Grumthar, you can go ahead and roll me a religion or history if you wish. I'll put, if y'all want to guide over, I can move him over here if you wish. I don't know, depending wherever you're going to put him. But yeah, you can.
Religion, history is not my specialty.
You probably would not have heard of that. Oh yeah, if you're gonna heal Tarnik, you certainly can. I don't know what you want to use to heal him with.
Cub is back.
Well, he's not in here yet. I don't think in Discord, but I think he's watching somewhere. Oh no, there you are. I see you. Okay, so what do you wish to use?
go with my 5th level Cure Wound spell.
5th level Cure Wounds spell. All right.
Well, I don't think you ever used the words, but we got a long rest, didn't we?
Yes. Yeah, I think I said it before y'all hit that y'all had taken long
Yes.
rests. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That was in the very beginning.
Somehow I missed it. No big deal.
Cure wounds. Where is that thing? There we go. Boom. Jesus. All right. There we go.
51. Lovely. Thank you very much, Mr. Cub.
Sauce. So, you are seeing this.
Cub is faster.
And I'm going to use 2 dosage of 5th level, so that's 51, and the other one is 69.
Dude.
Damn. All right.
So if that doesn't heal you up all the way, then I don't know what will.
I don't know. Wouldn't have healed me all the way. Not from 0.
Oh, the pair of those together would have. 120 something. Yeah, you do have 15 temporary hit points, Cub, Narzak, and Gruntar.
Nice. Thank you.
So we now have 15 temp. See?
Yeah, Tarnik lost his, obviously.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And for an hour, Cub moves 10 feet faster.
All right.
That's concern.
I was gonna say, as
Okay.
far as
How's our visitor?
yeah,
Has anyone picked up on him yet?
not yet. He's hiding. He's a really good stealther, Mr. Saz. Watching all this and seeing the orcs come back and one of them nearly beat up to pulp there. The consecrated ground finally vanishes, and the storm seems to alleviate and disappear off into the distance. You do know of orcs. You do know that they also consider themselves, at least the supreme race in the Orc Union. You understand that this is heavily orc lands that you're around with, which, of course, your compatriots don't believe in that, since you all think that you are, at least used to think that you are all the supreme race, better than any of the other races. However, yes, you are still seeing all this. Is there anything in particular that he's currently doing besides hiding currently right now in his invisibility?
Well, at this point, knowing that they are pretty well hidden and they are invisible, they're going to take this as the best opportunity, considering what just happened, to address them from this distance.
Okay, all right.
One would have to be honest. It's a very interesting time to see less orcs be able to fight at such strength. Interesting to see a group such as diverse as this.
Fuck, a talking snake!
Oh, actually, I think he's still invisible.
Still invisible.
Still invisible.
Yeah, it's just y'all just hearing voice right now.
Yeah.
Oh
But
no,
it's
someone
snake
cast
voice.
magic mouth. Am I hearing things?
I would like to make it apparently clear that at any time, one could have attacked you all, but I have not done so. Please take that into account when addressing one such as myself.
Is this a
Make
mass
yourself-
hallucination?
Reveal yourself to us, and maybe we'll spare your life if Ganache wills it.
I think I think they'll go on a leap of faith here. and move out. And the way this invisibility works is you can see that line is being made in the dirt, moving towards all of you, and they will drop it right here. Arms held just at head length, head height, and just not moving in front of all of you. I will admit, it was quite impressive to say, despite having no idea what that was.
It was an orc doll.
Your common tongue is a little broken there, as your microphone might have been a little far from your mouth.
Yeah, sorry, it kind of broke up a little bit. I think we got the gist of it, but yeah, just in case for any future adjustments. Unless anybody else didn't hear it all the way quite, or get the gist of it.
I don't
Got some of it, I think. It was breaking up.
Yeah, what was the gist of it, though? Just so I want to make sure.
The gist is they're not quite sure of what that was they just saw, but it was quite impressive, and they don't mean any harm to anyone here.
What you saw was a taste of the might of Gonash. Tell me, snake person, do you fear Gonash? What gods do you serve? Did you hear me, Luca?
Gods don't hold much sway over one such as us.
Well, they may hold sway when you get hit by a bolt of lightning. What brings you to our camp, Snake?
Fellowship? Survival?
Survival. We've been tested and tested in these blasted lands. Fellowship. Why should we take you as a fellow amongst us?
Did a single one of your band sense my approach?
You mean, as we were confronted with a god?
I have been here since you sat down for breakfast. You had ample time to address my presence.
Perhaps.
Cooking takes most of my time.
Cub, why didn't you notice the snake? A cub. Yeah, cub.
Insight or so, if I ever noticed him in my presence.
I think I actually rolled for you and you did not notice him. If I remember right. Yeah, I rolled a perception and you didn't actually notice him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, even if I get a nat 20, I would have never noticed him anyway.
I'd probably be like,
I blame.
it's like I was fixated on one thing, and that is this lantern. I still want to understand what we can do with it. So everything around me has become, let's say, obsolete.
I blame Narzag with the exceptionally good breakfast meal. Distracted us all from seeing this snake's creature.
I blame shit.
Narzak smiles. Wait, what?
I blame Shiv.
The horse snorts at you, or Shiv snorts.
So,
Bye.
you are sneaky then, Snake.
Jabari.
Oh wait. Oh yeah. By the way, what happened to our thief chick?
And a duel.
You
I
would
mean,
have seen.
She should have been able to detect our little snake friend over here.
She was having a moment herself. A moment of crisis. A moment of personal identity crisis.
And then everybody would notice that Bordak and Volsa are gone, as when Orcantisma had pointed toward them and explained that they shall have their own duel. Cub, you weren't here, but you would have probably heard that, where he said that they were going to duel, and whoever returns, if Volsa kills Bordak, then she proves her loyalty to Tarnik. If Bordak kills Volsa, then he proves his leadership.
That doesn't bode well for me.
Yeah.
Those two fighting for the death, not my forte.
So, Snake, what should we call you? Or is Snake the best we should do?
One is not a snake. It is Shibari. And you can call me Saz.
Saz. Well, Saz, you seem to be stealthy, elusive. Is that the most you can do? What other? Shall we count that as your... If you were to appreciate, enjoy the safety of our company, the best we can do is that you can hide, cower in the shadows, come out when things are safe.
One had no intention of interfering with a duel. Also, one possesses a bit of magic, as it would seem. One is innately gifted.
One might be, but what about you?
Taz is one.
This might confuse Grumthar as we are all one.
Less orcs seem to be less prone to using their intelligence than one had thought.
This snake person's a smart one.
I step up to the snake person and I look at Cub. We don't need another agatizer, troublemaker amongst us.
Oh, I don't antagonize. I just tell the facts. But you, Grumthar, you are actually more kinder than the other two.
Humph. Tarnak, without Barda here, I look to you for guidance. I would say he may stay with us and if he is worthy, if he proves his mettle, perhaps we'll let him stay.
Y'all can, just in case y'all not seeing what Tarnik is typing in the chat, he has typed some stuff.
Tarnik will look at Grumthar, and he'll look to Saz and say, "Do you really want to travel with us? We're going to the pits. We're going into death. And after that, we're going to go kill the Withered One. You will be tested every foot of the way. This is not a holiday. This is not safe passage. This is a trip to death."
Yeah, so William, how has the Withered One affected the Yanti or the Serpenti or whatever you call them?
So, let me see here. Let me first roll me a... Oh, this is interesting. Give me 1 second. What would I have you roll that under? Roll me... It could fall under deduction. You could either roll a investigation or you can roll history. For Zas. My tongue is dying tonight, apparently.
17 plus 1 is 18.
18. All right. So, he is of this region. So, this is what I'll say. As far as the common knowledge that everybody would know at least about Solar, at least about everything that's happened out there, is that Solar was destroyed one time, the ancient Solar. So this is pretty common, and you would know this, and you would know that this was destroyed because of some sort of lich that came upon heroes who weren't able to actually, well, they failed. They won against one great calamity, but failed against the other. The ones in South Kara would actually... The Sarpari there would actually know who the Withered One is. And the reason being is because they're in this region. Let's see. He would know enough that they were planning something. They want to be able to gain more in the ability to get other races and possibly expand theirs and use power to create more of the Sarpari. And what is going on here, you had heard before you left that there were things going on with devils and possibly deals and pacts being made with the Sarpari and the devils that are currently working in the region. And this all has to do with one particular name called the Withered One. And you've heard tell, you only heard broken pieces, that whoever this Withered One is, y'all are in the future. So about a month to 2 months ago, there was a time where nobody could teleport anywhere. Nobody could use any kind of planar travel. Anything that dealt like misty steps, blink dogs weren't able to move anywhere. Succubi probably wouldn't even be able to transverse into the ethereal realm. And this was because something was created. You learned through your channels of where you were that this was because of the Withered One. And there was a lot of talk that this Withered One is coming once more. And you're not quite sure why your particular temple of Sethkora was trying to make pacts and deals, possibly maybe to be one of the ones that survive with the devils when the world would fall, and then it could be recreated anew with possibly the supreme race. You're not sure. It was only pieces that you heard of. But yes, you would have heard of the Withered One, and you would even have heard the name Anam being the Withered One. But those are the small pieces that you know. You weren't able to ever get the details of what is truly going on, but you know something is happening in this region.
Would they have enough information to have this pique their interest as another reason to stay with this group?
Once they said that, possibly, depending on how your thought process would go for hearing this information, the information of hearing the Wizard One or a Nom or anything like that would definitely pique an interest. Because there was so much information that wasn't gathered that they would have probably never... It depends on what they would want to try to do with that information. Are they piqued in the sense of they want to get down to the bottom of it? Like, what is really going on here? But at the same time, they would understand that in this region is also dangerous, because this is the region their people is probably looking for them from Sethkora. So, yeah, I guess it would be on how you would wish to play that process of thought.
One has heard rumors of this Withered One. Not a great deal of information traveled to this one, but this does intrigue one enough that if my magic could be of some assistance, I would be more than willing to assist in exchange.
Sorry, I was on mute. There is no exchange. We travel, we fight, we live. We travel, we fight, we live. That is all there is.
Yesterday, we traveled with a handful of elves, and they perished. The day before that, we lost 2 valued members of our team. Tomorrow, further loss can occur. You travel with us. You walk the risk of death. If you do not fear death, then I look to Tarnik. I say that one should be allowed to follow.
One risks death every day they survive. One will stay as long as one is welcome.
We have not kicked anyone out yet. All are welcome, so long as they pull their weight.
We've spent enough time here, Tarnik. Oh, but Borek has not returned. Perhaps Volza. Volza's not here. Snake, what do you know of this land? You approached from what? The south? What is on the south path?
Just let me know if you wish to answer that. And
So, nothing you'd wish to encounter. The South Pass is not worth a second mention.
I'm afraid there's been nothing we've been wanting to encounter on any path between demons and devils.
so, just to give you a little bit of information for what he would know, and if you want to in character pass this on, you had, like I said, you had traveled from this particular area here to where you are now encountering them. So they're kind of, you actually bypassed the mountains, well, basically the Death Mountains is what they call them, this ring of mountains that surrounds all the pits of the hills. So you know that there is more lava, more treacherous that, well, the south gets, and it gets hotter than it is currently. The region that you use to go up is basically following this path of mountains right here, which stays away from the lava. Devil activity has been happening more within this area. So it is very dry. Water is not very abundant here. Food is not very abundant. Even animals have pretty much become, well, scarce here because of lack of water. You do know that there are multitudes of... my brain just went blank. These things right here.
Yeah, but that means basically the safest route of travel for the group to go would be the way that Saza would be trying desperately to avoid.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that would be more danger for Sasa. Sas. There we go. Sauce. But as far as you know enough to be able to at least guide them south if they wanted to go to the treacherous path. You think... Actually, I don't know how much... And this is interesting. Y'all haven't... Yes, did you tell him... did y'all tell him y'all were heading south?
Yeah, no.
They heard it while they were all talking over breakfast and while that was all going down. So they didn't directly say it, but they were present long enough they got the information.
Oh, okay. So Tarnik did? Okay. So... And... did Tarnik... I don't know why my mind just went blank. But did Tarnik... I just listened to the entire conversation. Did Tarnik say anything about why they were going to the south?
No, I said that Volsa had already found a road for them. And that's where they were heading.
Okay.
Which is further south.
Further south. Okay. Yeah, so with that information, yeah, Sauce would probably just know that they have the lay of the land, because this is where, of course, where they lived, near this area. So more lava flows are going to go here. They're going to be just scorching hot everywhere as they walk through here. They can make it, but there might be some places where it might be more dangerous than others. They probably will encounter drakes. They will probably even encounter more devils. You know that there's some sort of gathering here. You're not sure what it is, but you know that there is... Who in the world is calling me at this time? Oh. But you do know that there is some sort of gathering in this particular area right here.
And would that valley there between the Death Mountain and that mountain range to the right have a name? Something that Saz would call it?
This one would be not a particular name. It's just all this region right here, right where that is the actual heart of the pits. So you could probably just call it the heart of the pits right there, because those.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole entire region just kind of falls under the general idea of the pits of the hells, but there's not a particular, because nobody really lives here. It's just the devils. Aside from the Death Mountains and the particular area where you are currently. But yeah. So the heart of the pits would be in that location right there. So what you do with that information is up to you. But yeah, you would know the lay of the lands a little bit better. Let me see, I think it was this map you were in, right? Yes.
How desperately do these ones need to get south?
We will proceed south, but we will wait until our companions return from whatever journey Ganache has taken them on.
Like,
The pits.
fair point. Now, do you know about how that the lands are corrupted, Fair Snake?
Roll me a history on this one.
Well, that's gonna go well. Did not. 9.
Oh gosh. As far as lands, anything dealing with the nature, as you were going that way, you were not quite sure. If anything was going on, you possibly just having to deal with what the devils are up to. That's maybe the least fractured parts of the rumors that you've heard, that they were dealing something with lines and fractures, and it was just pieces here and there, but you're not quite sure.
I do not know much about this corruption, but I do know of a meeting between a force of creatures dwelling within the pits. I also know that the area is very treacherous, with lava abounds and dragons. I don't see much of a reason for this group to risk going to such a place.
You say you know magic. Is that true?
I will cast Fireball at that tree directly behind Saz.
Oh, I was muted. Well, there you go. Okay. You're talking about this tree right here.
Yes.
Excellent. And you'll see a fire explosion that rumbles the ground. Is that a fireball or firebolt? Sorry.
Firebolt. I'm not going to
Okay, firebolt. There we go. Firebolt as it rumbles just a little bit, not loud, but yes. And you see flames spark and catch some of the branch on fire.
Sorcery. How is it you manifest this power, Snake?
Well, it's not sorcery. Tell me, what are you, a mage or a sorcerer or so?
One is not exactly sure. One believes that they are a sorcerer.
Ha! Sorcery it is, then.
It is magic. Who cares what it's called?
Interesting. Tell me, having in your travels alone, have you come across, like at least I'm gonna show him the broken lantern thing. Like, have you come across this?
Oh, well, that's interesting. Without having to roll, actually. So, when you were looking at the lantern, it was in pieces. Would you have tried to work with it? I mean, there are big pieces and small pieces, fractures of the glass, but parts of it where is the metal casing is still holding together some cracked glasses and such. So I'm trying to think. Would you have manipulated it in any other way to try to put it together, or you were just inspecting, Cub?
I would probably just inspect them because I don't want to. It's like I know, like if I truly, part of me is thinking like if I truly will assemble it, something bad is gonna happen. Just knowing that I was already getting the sense of that necrotic touch and everything.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me in intelligence, Sounds.
Great intelligence.
What am I saying? Intelligence. Investigation. Sorry.
That's a 7.
Oof. You look at the contraption that Cub is holding up to you. You're trying to remember if you have seen it. You think that possibly, maybe you've seen it. Then again, you can't be quite sure. It seems sort of familiar, but your percentage of knowing for sure is probably around 20-25%. So it is up to you if you wish to say yes or no.
One might have seen such an item, but one focuses more on their own pursuits as of late. One does not care much for trinkets.
This ain't a trinket. This is what's affecting the lands. That is our mission right now. That is what these devils are doing. They are infecting the lands with this dark necrotic energy. It's plaguing it.
You see
And
this?
with my goddess Tia herself, I guess she is guiding.
As you are speaking and having this conversation, this displacer beast seems to be agitated and walks in front of the group and just kind of lingers in there, moving in circles around everyone.
It's like this thing is, these demons are causing the effects of the lands itself. So, since there is a good possibility you may remember, I think it's fair enough that you should come accompanying us. Maybe if we find one or if we survey a certain spot of the land, it might jog your memory.
Possibly. One's memory has suffered as of late. You might be right. Let Trauger.
And I know about memories.
I would like to cast a spell.
What would you like to cast?
That. Because when a beast instinct, being a beast master, I would wondering what's his instincts is calling him.
Displace the beast our monstrosity, so.
Yeah, as you try to cast it, you notice that the spell is not able to penetrate into the mind of the creature. You're not able to at least penetrate it like you do with other beasts. It seems to be of a different kind of makeup. So it fails, unfortunately.
Well, it lasts for 10 minutes. I just can't talk to him.
Yeah. I guess I will try to. Well, it'd be considered animal handling then, right? To try to get a sense of what's going on with him.
Yeah, you can roll an animal handling.
All right, I will do that. And as a precaution itself, I guess I did it. Let's see. I'm doing the enhance ability, so which will give me advantage.
Ooh, nice.
Arnik looks at the displacer beast prowling and looks at the group going, "What's the problem? He misses his master. Come, Drogoth. We'll go find him. Come on. Let's get going, people. We're wasting the day."
Go where, Tarnek? We're
going south.
We can't go south without our leader. Whether he's our leader still or not, we can't leave without Bordak, without Volzag.
He was taken by the gods. He will join us when they've finished.
What did Cub roll?
I got a 12.
Oh, well, you're not quite sure. You probably get a same idea, maybe, of what Tarnik is saying. He just seems very agitated. Seems to be looking for something. All right. So, with the last 3 minutes, go ahead.
I'll go ahead and I'll for this amount, I'll try to at least provide a little comfort to calm his mind or calm himself a little bit. Give him a reassurance that everything will be fine to breathe, you know?
Okay. Go ahead and roll me another animal handling. All
right. $25.
Okay.
Or no, wait. Oh, that's a natural 20. Sorry.
Yes, you are very comforting to Drogoth. He seems to be alleviated of his frustrations for a little bit right now because of... Yeah, it seems that you can understand that he does not see Bordak anywhere. And he's been just latched onto Bordak. Hardly with anyone else.
Provide the comfort and let him know just stick by me, if any, or stick by me. Give him that reassurance of just stay by my side if you ever feel that nervousness or that worrisome of the master.
You see his two tentacles just swirl in the air, and he's still a little bit nervous, but he'll move with you if everybody is moving. So yes.
And I'll throw my Tico or to climb on top of them and give him that reassurance.
Okay. The two cats traveling together. Excellent. I like it. All right. So, with that being said, hopefully Bordak will be able to join us next session. I will have to deal with their duel at a later during the week. But will everybody be traveling as the group, as Tarnik has suggested, or are y'all trying to wait? What is the ultimate decision here?
I relent to Tarnek's leadership.
All right. And then, with that being said, then, you will go ahead and we will end the session with everyone traveling forward and moving on into the south. And I suspect that Sas will be at least giving suggestions and sort of leading the way.
As much as they allow, yeah.
Excellent. All right. Well, then, we're going to go ahead and end right there since it's already 10 o'clock. And go ahead and stop recording. Goodbye, everybody. It was a pleasure doing a video for you all that actually watch.
Bye.